This guy, Dong is his name. He was a journalist, super nice guy, very respected too. Okay.
Yeah.
He was arrested while he was having lunch with a Japanese diplomat the day after the Winter Olympics ended in Beijing in 2022.
Yeah.
It was a restaurant where he had often met with foreign friends.
Yes.
The diplomat was also detained and then released several hours later amid protests from the Japanese government because they obviously...
Yeah, it's like you don't arrest one of our diplomats.
Yes, he's Chinese, but yeah.
Yeah, no, the Japanese, they're like, don't arrest a diplomat.
Our diplomat, exactly.
You know.
Dong met regularly with other journalists and foreign diplomats as part of his job.
That's his
so
job.
He's a Chinese journalist. He's a very respected journalist, very normal guy.
Yeah.
Right? His family said in a statement, according to the court judgment, that 2 other Japanese diplomats Dong met were named as agents of an espionage organization, which is the Japanese embassy.
Okay, so the Japanese embassy.
So he did journalist work,
Yeah.
which is his job is to talk to diplomats, by the way, in embassies. Mm-hmm. And so his family said in a statement that he was meeting with spies. By the way, I don't think his family legitimately came up with this.
No, his family's just reporting what
coerced.
the Chinese government arrested him for.
I think they were coerced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You're saying that.
Yeah, because they're releasing the statement saying, look, this is why he was arrested.
Correct. So this is the quote. You are true. We are shocked that the Chinese authorities would blatantly deem a foreign embassy an espionage organization, said his family's statement.
Yeah.
Today's verdict is a grave injustice not only for Yu and his family, but also to every free-thinking Chinese journalist and every ordinary Chinese committed to a friendly engagement with the world. Again, if you are doing the right thing in China, you're doing your normal job, you could be hit.
It's horrible because who's to say, who you can talk to and who you can't?
Yeah.
You're a journalist, so now you go and interview a Canadian, and next minute Huawei gets you arrested.
Correct. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like you don't know what the government's mad at that moment.
No, you don't.
And this is why it's so important. You never say China-based whenever they do something random that you might agree with.
Yeah.
It's not based to completely run a country without rule of law.
Yeah, China debased.
Yeah, China debased.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
China is not a place where anything makes sense because it's whatever the leadership thinks. You don't know. You never know.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's terrible, yeah. Alrighty, so what's going on? Hopefully things work out for that guy, but I doubt it. Everyone gets disappeared and they'll stay in custody in this horrible prison for like years before they're even charged.
Yeah.
You know?
So remember last episode we told you guys we'd give you an update. What happened was you can give them TLDR of what happened last.
Well, I mean they've been investigating this, and this.
Well, what is it?
Well, this Yipeng 3, which is supposedly like a transport ship, container ship thing. It's severed. It's suspected of severing 2 undersea cables. But the more people are investigating, the more it looks like it was 100% deliberate because they turned their transponder off during the time that they dragged their anchor for like 100 plus miles and severed 2 cables. Right. So why would you turn off your transponder just during the time that you're doing the bad deed?
So they were actually managed to pinpoint the fact that the area where the cables were severed at the exact same time as when the Yipeng 3 went.
Yeah, no, it's 100% that ship did it.
Yes.
But the thing is, it's the behavior, and everybody knows what a transponder is, right? It's mandatory. All boats and ships are supposed to have it on, and it basically just broadcasts the location of where the ship is all the time. It's like a tracker.
Yeah.
And you can keep track of it, but you can switch that off, and then suddenly you're not on the map anymore.
Yes.
So why would you go dark at the point where you're severing the cables?
Yes.
Other than the fact that you're doing something bad and you don't want people to know that you're there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sweden has formally asked China to cooperate with an investigation into the damage of the 2 cables in the Baltic Sea after a Chinese ship was linked to the incidents. The cables, one linking Sweden to Lithuania and the other between Finland and Germany, were damaged in Swedish territorial waters in the Baltic Sea on November 17th and 18th. The Chinese ship Yipeng 3 is believed to have been in the area at the time and since has been anchored in international waters off of Denmark. Beijing has denied any involvement in sabotage and on Friday said it was willing to work with Sweden and other countries to find out what happened. Yipeng 3 left the Russian port of Ust-Lug in west of St. Petersburg on November 15th. Early on November 17th, the R-Lion cable between Swedish island of Gotland and Lithuania was damaged. The following day, the Sea Lion 1 cable between the Finnish capital Helsinki and the German port of Rostock was severed. Data from the ship tracking websites suggests that Yipeng 3 sailed over the cables around the time that each was cut. So, of course, it was that. It'd be interesting to see, because the initial denial from Beijing was par for the course. But to say that they're now going to cooperate, I wonder what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? Who knows?
I think they'll be like, okay, they'll probably, I mean, just speculation, they'll probably find it was somewhat deliberate during the investigation, and then China will be like, well, we didn't have them do it.
Yeah, it's like, was the captain decided or something? Yeah, the thing is, this whole transponder thing, the illegal fishing fleets that go and destroy the fish stocks around South America and Africa and the Galapagos and stuff. If you watch the actual transponder feeds, they turn their transponders off at night and they go into the forbidden waters, like the protected waters, and fish all night, and then they turn the transponder back on in the morning. I really think that should be an admission of guilt.
I know, right?
Any ship that's transponder goes dark for any period of time should be scrapped.
Especially during
just scrap it, just sink it.
Especially during the time where the thing happened.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Scrap it.
It's like we made the joke last time. We were showing you dumb YouTube videos of people that have anchor alarms.
It's so easy.
Of course you know your anchor's down, you drag for hundreds of miles.
Yes.
Guys, come on. It's the size of a house.
Yeah, exactly. It's dumb. You can't deny it. China, come on.
Ho, ho!
It's the Xiaoban Ho 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 holiday sale.
Xiaoban Ho is our Monday show where we get up to some serious shenanigans. It's a full episode every single Monday, and if you like the China show, you'll like this even more.
For the holiday season, get locked in now to get a Xiaoban Ho subscription for half price.
Wow, so good.
You get 4 episodes every single month right after they finish airing live, as well as access to the entire 100-plus episode backlog of your favorite Monday show.
Great.
Current full-price Xiaoban Ho members will be upgraded to Xiaoban Ho Live, where you can still see Xiaoban Ho Live, participate in the stream, have your questions answered, and choose the next topic.
It's up to you what you want, but either way, it's the best time to get on board, and it's definitely what you want, I assure.
This is definitely what you want, I assure.